I thought it might be fun today to talk to you, since I've talked a little bit about my time in India with Osho. I thought it might be fun for you to hear what Osho said to me, or Bhagwan said to me, about my name. And he said, when I was there in India and I took darshan, Bhagwan said to me, "This will be your new name, Ma Deva Asan Gato." Deva means divine. Asan Gato means inconsistent. Self-contradiction, divine inconsistency, or divine contradiction. Life is not logical. So those who search for consistency in life go on missing. Life consists of contradictions. It's a constant balancing between contradictions, day and night, love and hate, life and death, summer and winter, man and woman. If one looks deeply into life, one will find that contradiction is the rule, not the exception. It exists through paradoxes. The logical mind insists on consistency. Then it has to choose. And whenever you choose, you can only choose half. The other half has to be denied. That's what has happened down the ages. Those who choose the body deny the soul. They have to be consistent. Those who choose the soul have to deny the body. They have to deny the body to be consistent. Otherwise, they look inconsistent. If God is, then they have to say that the world is illusory, Maya. If the world is true, as Marxists say, as communists say, then God is just an illusion. The whole of philosophy up to now has been a kind of choice, either or. My whole teaching is not of either or, but of both and. Don't choose. Choice makes a person lopsided. One becomes a materialist, another becomes a spiritualist, and both are half dead, half alive. Both are missing the totality, and the reason is their chronic insistence on consistency. They are not courageous enough to accept the contradiction. They are not courageous enough to accept life as it is. They have a should. It should be like this. We cannot impose anything on life. It doesn't care a bit about our logic, about our math, about our minds. It goes on its own way. It's dialectical, and it is good that it is dialectical and not logical. If it was logical, it would be flat. Just think of a world of only women, no men. It would be a flat world of men only and no women. Again, it would be flat. Just think of a world where only pleasure exists and no pain. It would be a flat world. Even pleasure would become nauseating, unbearable. People would want to vomit it. It would not be possible to digest it anymore. Just think of a life of only roses and no thorns. People dream of that life, but they don't know. That life would be boredom. Those thorns are a must. They make life a challenge, a struggle, an adventure. They make it worth living. I'm all for self-contradictoriness of life. That's why many people are so puzzled by my statements, because I contradict, and I constantly contradict, because I believe in life, not logic. I have to contradict to be true. Consistency is always false. Truth is always inconsistent. It has to be big enough to contain the opposite polarity in it. And I also contradict continuously as a method so that you don't cling to anything. I don't give you a certain philosophy of life. I give with one hand and I immediately take it away with the other hand, because I don't want to tell you the truth. It cannot be told. I nodded in sympathy. All that my effort is to provoke the truth in you, not to tell it to you. Confusion is my method. You can call me Confucius, but life is that. We all started laughing. And I'm going to give you one of the most beautiful names possible. Nobody else in the world can give you that name.
Many questions. First off, I understand he wrote hundreds of books, but he didn't write them. People would scribe what he was saying. Is that
They were
true?
transcriptions.
Transcription, yeah. And so, was that book, like that passage in there, was during your period of being there?
That was specifically for me.
Right. Okay.
Yes, that was exactly what he said to me.
Yeah, cool.
Exact transcript.
Interesting.
And there was one for when I left. This was when I arrived and took sannyas. And then when I left, when I was preparing to leave, I took darshan again. And that's when he gave me essentially the sun-moon meditation, which is essentially the microcosmic that I talked about yesterday.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it makes me think, I spent a lot of time in the last year contemplating, like always trying to be happy. And I came to the conclusion that like, you can't know happiness unless you know sad.
Exactly.
So it's a pendulum swinging, right? And so I've been really trying to like have the pendulum not swing as wide, right? Because that's really what it's just, it still makes
well,
it swing.
it can swing wide, but don't get stuck. That's the key. You keep moving. And when Osho, Bhagwan, said this to me, it was so right on, because in the moment, you have to be truthful, but things shift. And as we grow, we have nuances, and you can't always be consistent. You might say one thing for one person and the complete opposite for the other person, and they may both be exactly right.